Okay then, guys, we're gonna be reacting to "They Are Lying About Twitter." Elon Musk made a horrible decision. Yeah, most likely. That's why he's charging $8 for the for the check mark now, cause bro, they weren't making any money, and he got to make money somehow.
It's official. Elon Musk has taken over Twitter. The tycoon, calling himself the chief twit, celebrated by strolling into the company's San Francisco headquarters carrying a porcelain sink. Entering Twitter HQ, let that sink in, he tweeted. Twitter is already changing. Kanye West's account has been reinstated.
Really?
He was suspended earlier this month for an anti-Semitic rant. Photographers caught up with him last night.
We feel free. I feel like it's just a weight lifted up off of my shoulders.
O.J. Simpson is also hailing Musk, who has pledged unrestricted free speech.
Let me start off the day by congratulating.
He didn't say unrestricted free speech. Where did they get that from?
Nah, I'm just, but OJ.
And getting the OJ cosign
OJ stamp is crazy.
That's a bad cosign.
That's a crazy stamp, man. It's a good, nice stamp of approval, man. That nigga OJ, he got a lot of things on his chest. He got to let things go, man.
Thank God for this unrestricted free speech. Now OJ can speak.
Yeah, man, because we've been really waiting what's on his mind, man.
You know he has been posting videos like this?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to slip up. I'm waiting for him to really feel himself to be like, man, let's just say I did do it. Let's just say hypothetically speaking. Let's just say it. Bro, I don't understand, why people are, enamored by this. But, yeah, so if people don't know, Elon bought Twitter, finally went through. There's a couple of storylines to talk about. We're going to get into the freedom of speech thing real quick because people are, losing their mind over things that I don't really think are that big of a deal at all.
The big question, will Donald Trump be back? He was permanently banned last year for inciting violence on January 6th. Today, Trump said he's sticking with Truth Social, which he owns. We spoke to CNBC's Julia Borston.
One key thing that Elon Musk has said is that he really believes in free speech. But that has raised some concerns from advertisers and also users. People want to make sure that there are still guardrails up to make sure that prioritizing free speech doesn't open the floodgates to hate speech.
The radicalization in this country is large.
So that's actually a good point.
No, it is. No, it is a good point.
Yeah, so that she made a good point. Mainstream media is so funny the way they present news.
I know.
Because it's every part of you doesn't trust them, and you're just waiting for them to just spin something. Problem is, if you don't know, and this is how you learn things, you're just gonna believe the things that they tell you.
That's true.
Unrestricted. He never said unrestricted free speech.
Unrestricted though.
Unrestricted.
No restriction.
You could say whatever you like.
Whatever you like.
There's no TOS on this platform.
You know, the left side they were letting us know that's what happened. They just unrestricted. They're gonna highlight a couple of them for us too, actually.
Taking place online and on social media. Now, one of the biggest social media platforms is under the control of Elon Musk, a man who loves Russian dictator Vladimir Putin and who likely will re-platform Donald Trump. Musk's Twitter takeover has already sparked a full-scale return of unchecked misogyny, racism, and anti-Semitism to the platform. The far right swept onto the platform this morning, seemingly just to post the N-word repeatedly and to hurl anti-Semitic insults. Just today, this was day one of Elon Musk Twitter, and it was already a garbage fire of racism, people just doing the N-word over and over and over again, people saying things about Jewish people. This is like back to the bad old days of Twitter, and that was fast.
Bro, the misinformation was just hitting me like Mike Tyson in the clutch.
Acting like people don't say that shit regularly. Bro, they could have got that shit from anybody's page. They probably weren't even banned and they got that shit from their page.
Yo, so people don't know, and I don't know why, fear-mongering is peak levels with news, bro. They love that. That's
Attention gamers. Man, I wish I found this program sooner. Outplayed records highlights of your game completely.
That's cool.
That's how they love to lead these conversations, even though there's a legit conversation to be had about free speech, what you can or can't say, especially the way this is being interpreted. So for those who don't know, even though yes, MSNBC is trying to propose this idea oh man, it's going to shit, and you know why? Because the N-word is being posted.
Day one.
Imagine
day two.
All this unrestricted freedom of speech, but these accounts that they're showing were banned on the same day. We already checked it out. These same accounts have already been banned. They literally wasted time and could have had a constructive conversation about freedom of speech and what it actually means and how it can impede or improve the interaction on Twitter. But whatever reason, they decided decided to just go after troll accounts and make it seem as if like that was going to be your experience on literally one of the biggest social media platforms.
This is so unreal. Like, she just said a bunch of stuff, misogyny, racism, and it was backed up by nothing real. It was just things she said, and then the evidence they put forward are all accounts that got packed up expeditiously. And it's like, if you're going to try and convince me that this platform immediately became a hate machine, you're not doing it successfully. But again, if the only source of news you have is these fucks, then you might leave thinking like, oh my god, like my children shouldn't be on this platform. There's so much hate on here. Should I even be on it? Like everyone's Twitter experience, like it's just what has been the experience?
It's algorithm. It's like it's literally based off of who you follow, what they like, and what they retweet. Like I'm a huge NBA YouTuber, so the only thing I see on my timeline, like 90% of it is just basketball stuff.
But
that's
you haven't
all it
seen
is.
like none of those players being called a hard R?
No.
Really? No misogyny?
I've never seen any of that.
Really?
I don't see any misogyny. I don't see that much. I'm not gonna say it's
I
zero,
don't see
but
it
not
either.
enough for me to believe day one. Because like this report is like a few days old. Like you were probably on Twitter and didn't even notice the difference from the Twitter.
I didn't notice the difference
after it became official.
And it's like on day one, what did you think was gonna happen in 24 hours? Like it's literally, like what did you think was in 24 hours? What did you imagine was gonna change positively? But in all reality, you feel they're just too comfortable. Just fucking twisting truths. This shit is fascinating, bro. It's when I see the news playing anywhere, when I'm in a fucking lobby, when I go to someone's house, I always think like, really, like you know that they shouldn't be trusted. Like this is common knowledge, and still like you just have it playing in the background. Like this is a reasonably trustworthy source of news. It's not.
So the real conversation that should be had, like the other lady highlighted, is the guidelines and what's the bounds going to be for freedom of speech and no longer hate speech. I think that's a much more interesting conversation, especially when it comes to Elon trying to push more people to be on a platform, because he's trying to not only push it but also monetize it. For those who don't know, Twitter on a year-to-year basis is like losing money. It's actually, from a financial standpoint, as it stands right now, a very bad investment. However, Elon is trying his hardest to figure out ways to actually monetize it in a better way. One of which is, y'all probably know, is Twitter Blue, where people are actually paying $8 subscription. There's a bunch of key benefits, one of which though is being a content creator on the platform, getting paid for it, creating longer form content.
Hold on. I seen this.
Instead of like the 2-minute, 20-second threshold that is existing right now. So that is one way where he's going to make money. The reason why I bring that up though, in contrast to the freedom of speech thing, a huge reason why like platforms get restricted has just a lot to do with the actual advertisers on the platform. That is literally it. So the bigger your platform becomes, the more people want to throw money into it with your advertisers, the more restrictions you're going to have, because if they start to pull out, then you don't have that much money to fund your platform, and it's already a platform that's losing money. And so the only other way around it is, and I think you told me this before, is like if you get like crowdfunding, and that's where the kind of the $8 thing comes from.
So if you run a bit, just think about this business wise, whether or not you think fucking Twitter's gonna go down a spiral and be shit is irregardless of the fear mongering. Twitter has to do one of three things. They got to get money from one of three places: either venture capitalists, so like that's what
venture capitalist is a private equity investor that provides capital to companies with high growth potential in exchange for an equity stake. This could be a funding startup ventures or supporting small companies that wish to expand but do not have access to equity. So wouldn't this be kind of like Shark Tank, I guess, or like big people invest in little people, so then little people could make big people more money?
Uber, DoorDash, and them, they could lose a ton of money and then just get pumped with venture capitalist money, and they'll be straight temporarily. You get them from advertisers, which is what Google and Facebook love to do and why they're so profitable. Well, not Facebook anymore. And then there's...
I wouldn't know because my Facebook account is gone. Bro, I seen this shit on Twitter where the dude who made Facebook, his net worth went from like 102 to like 43 bill. I'm like, damn. I mean, that's still a lot of fucking money, but like, damn, what happened to Facebook? Maybe if you got better customer support, none of this would be a problem, huh?
You guys, the people on the platform.
Stop. Before you do any holiday shopping this year, you really...
No, fuck off my screen.
One
like
simple trick
platform. I have yet to see a popular social media website monetize its users successfully. And if anyone can do it,
maybe OnlyFans.
no, because it's not popular. Like the amount of users on OnlyFans is dwarfed by YouTube.
No, fair, but that's like probably the best version of it. And
It
you're right,
is,
the user
and-
base isn't even close. It's not
So
even close.
what I think Elon's actually trying to do is create a culture of spending on his platform. So for example, if you go on YouTube, the culture of spending is not as great as Twitch.
Yeah.
So if you're a streamer on Twitch, you usually see a lot more donations, subs, people spending money because it's more culturally acceptable. On YouTube, people are a lot more comfortable watching it for free. So I think,
because they can just get premium, man.
and it's honestly it's the best $6 you can spend.
It's just $6.
It's fucking crazy.
Like you've been $8 on a check.
I bought it I don't remember why I bought it.
I bought it just to like understand like the difference experience between ads and non-ads.
And
it's from a YouTuber's perspective, and then after a while I was like, oh man, this is great. This is great right here. No ads, man. So y'all should really get into that, man. What's funny to me though is like MSNBC, you know what they did, right? They literally went in the search bar and just typed in the N-word.
They probably did.
They just typed in the N-word and they were
probably
like, oh my goodness. But even YouTube before it got bought by Google was also losing money. Like it's not as
It was.
if, like,
Google saved it.
Exactly. So it's like the idea of you buying a failing company or buying a business that's losing money on a year-to-year basis to try to improve it because you feel like you have a much more clear direction of it isn't really that crazy.
And same with Twitch and Amazon.
Yeah, exactly. And so to be fair, like to act as if like what Elon is doing is dumb is mad crazy. So in this respect, I don't think it's dumb. I just think these people are like fear mongering.
Yeah.
Like they're just all they're doing is fear mongering.
It's
The
crazy.
one thing, however, I don't believe in is a verified thing. Because a verified thing is like all over the place right
No,
now.
I don't like that.
Yeah. I think they might. Yeah. The verified thing is crazy. Because I think I seen like there's two verified things. There's one where you buy it, and then under that there was like an official check mark.
The funniest, absolute funniest fucking moment here. So first and foremost, he's desperately trying to generate revenue for Twitter. And one of the ways that he has come to generate revenue for Twitter is not by offering new services, but by charging for pre-existing parts of the structure of the website, and paywalling it. Okay, you know, brilliant things like that. And a lot of dumb motherfuckers are like, oh, this is great, it's pay to win now, it's great. I personally don't give a shit on who gets a fucking blue check mark or whatever, but I do think that verification up until now was considered to be like it made you like a reliable source of information to a certain degree for a lot of people. Okay, it's just now even less important than anything else. Twitter's current lords and peasants.
No one did it. It was never
Yeah,
done.
it wasn't.
It was never.
It was just to
like-
confirm that it was the person who's saying. That's all. That's all it was for me. Like I just knew for a fact. Like if you or Andrew Tate or Ethan and them, if y'all said something dumb, I could just be like, "Yep, that's them.
That's
right
him.
There. That's
Yeah.
them. That's them.
Thought that was a
That's him.
parody, but no, it was him.
Nope, it's him.
That's him.
It's definitely him. That's who said that. Right there. That's all that did for me. It just justified and confirmed that it was really you who said that. That's all that did. That's all that did for me, dog.
System for who or who doesn't have a blue check mark is bullshit. Power to the people. Blue for $8 a month. Also, the price is going to be adjusted by country, proportionate to purchasing power parity. You'll also get priority in replies, mentions, and search, which is essential to defeat spam/scam. You'll have the ability to post long video and audio and have as many ads. And paywall bypass for publishers willing to work with us. This will also give Twitter a revenue stream to reward content creators. It's not even ad free. The verification process, although kind of bad and not.
Hassan is like doing a very disingenuous because like the last thing literally just said like a revenue stream for content creators. People on, if I'm not mistaken, I've gotten paid from Twitter one time, but that was when they were trying to launch Twitter Spaces. But just like putting up content, I don't know if there's an actual way for you to earn money on there. I could be wrong.
They would have to run an ad on a Twitter video, in which case 100% of people would just keep scrolling.
Yeah.
I don't know how they'd pull it off. But regardless, I personally can give less a fuck if Twitter is like the least relevant. It's fun. Honestly, I've been on it since 2008. If it disappeared, it wouldn't be the end of the world.
It's fun.
But
It's fun.
Of course it's fucking fun. This is the most dumb, toxic bullshit on that platform.
fun.
But the point is like, it's so interesting how much lying can be effective. And you see it all the time with politicians and nowadays you see it so much with the mainstream media as well, where if you just say something enough times, people believe it.
Yeah.
And so people are saying Twitter is this big hateful place, and people are leaving with that interpretation, not having done their own research, not having verified, not having looked at any other source of news. I don't know, it just is kind of like one big machine now where everyone is just influencing the next and no one's thinking for themselves. And it's interesting because none of the stats really back it up, and all the stats I've seen that said Twitter's becoming a more hateful place are all like cherry-picked data. I haven't seen anything to verify that Twitter's become more hateful.
And even what Hassan said about like it confirms the information, or like it's more accurate information if there's a check mark next to it. It has their own fact checker to the point where they'll even fact check the White House at times, or they'll
Seniors are getting the biggest increase in their Social Security checks in 10 years through President Biden's leadership. With this added context, they thought people might want to know. Seniors will receive a large increase due to the annual cost of living adjustment, which is based on inflation rate. 1972 signed into law automatic benefits adjustments.
They'll fact check anybody they need to if they're pushing something that may be just like factually incorrect. Even in that regards, they actually do have something in place to kind of prevent people from lying and stuff like that. The one thing though Elon just completely royally messed up in my opinion on this is like allowing people to buy the check mark, because what ended up happening is, I don't know if you saw this, but it was like an insulin company.
That was Twitter yesterday. There was something that happened that really blew things out of the water. If anybody could pay for the verification check, somebody created an Eli Lilly company and verified it, and then said, we are excited to announce insulin is free now. That went so viral that Eli Lilly had to turn around and say, no, that's not true. This is the actual Eli Lilly, a pharmaceutical company who makes billions of dollars, had to turn around and say, hey, no, you're not getting it for free. But what Elon Musk's little...
Attention gamers. Man, I wish I found this program sooner. Outplayed records highlights of your game completely.
Verification idea did to their company. They lost billions in one day. Billions. People are now asking questions. Why are we charging for insulin? What Eli Lilly really said is, we regret to inform you that we will not be giving away insulin, a publicly funded invention that was given away by its creator to be given away to people so they don't die. The creator of insulin gave the patent away for free, but Eli Lilly is charging billions, and Elon Musk can be held responsible for that. This is fucking eat the rich.
So yeah,
he can't be held responsible for that.
No, he can't. He
That's
can't be
such
held.
a stretch. 1, 2. I don't know how much you know about insulin, but good. I hate the pharmaceutical companies gouging people for insulin prices. Good. I hope they all fucking die. That's fucking brilliant. Now, but that being said, if this did happen to everybody, that'd be kind of tough.
So yeah, that right there, like stuff like that was happening, and so like what's crazy is people are like warning Elon, like like come on, no, you can't do that. Like that, this is what's going to happen, and like
he might change it. And he's just testing it right now.
Nah, it's fine. We'll be all right with this. And then it actually got so bad that he not only he put like an official tag under people like who actually have a verification. Like,
so that was like a blue check mark and then an official check mark underneath it.
Non-buying way. Then took that away. Now it's reestablished again, but they only gave it to like major companies. So like ESPN has it and Bleacher Report have it.
I seen KSI have it for like a second.
Which is crazy because people can still impersonate you. Yeah. Which is like outrageous. So I don't like that part. I just don't understand. It should just be another way to identify people who are Twitter blue, even if it's just like embolding their username or putting something blue or just something different than the verification tag, because like everybody already knows that's the culture of Twitter. So that right there, fuck up, man. That's tough. That's tough. So now everybody's running around trying to figure out some dumb stuff. Long story short though, I applaud Elon Musk though, because I love the fact that he's trying something new on the platform. I'm not somebody gonna sit here and be like, you're dumb, dog. Nah, bro, like he's trying to monetize a failing, I won't say failing. He's trying to monetize a business that was losing money.
It's failing.
It was failing?
Yes, it's losing money. Propped up by VC, venture capitalism, man.
I had no problem with that at all, in my opinion. I thought that buying it and then trying to figure out different ways to try to make it profitable is something that we've seen with several other platforms. I don't know why people acting as if like, oh, look at Elon, dumbass. Like, no, that happens with so many other platforms.
Inactives, quarterback, Kyler Murray, kicker, Matt Prater, Byron Murphy, Jess Luquette.
So it's bound to happen to Twitter. Elon is doing his thing. You can definitely argue he probably didn't want to actually purchase it. Some people said he put the bid in as a troll and then he kind of got stuck with it. That's tough as well. But at the end of the day, bro, like I think y'all over exaggerating and y'all are also y'all dragging it for sure. And y'all just fear mongering for the sake of fear mongering.
Just like there's real criticisms, there's real actual fears or potential issues, and then there's the bullshit I keep seeing online, bro. You don't have to exaggerate great for people to be on your side. If anything, it just makes me want to dissociate from you stupid fucks. Like, there's actual real issues. Things could actually go wrong and the platform could actually die. But then none of those guys even give a fuck. Again, it's just like,
Yo, went on the search bar to type in
people just monetize fear, and that's just okay. When the mainstream media monetizes fear, shit is okay. If a regular individual does it, we all hold them accountable. It's just weird how
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
In every way, we give mainstream, we give those corporations that everyone pretends to care about. So
I think that'll change in the future. I think they're gonna have to stop that. I feel like because like we're still relatively new to like internet and shit, right? Because like there's still like old people who don't know how to use internet. There's a bunch of people who don't know how to use internet. But like I know how to use the internet. I know how to do all of that shit. So like my generation, or maybe the one before me, and maybe one more, depending on if they had internet early on, like starting there, I think they're gonna stop believing the news a lot more.
So much,
but I don't know if they're gonna do their own research.
When they abuse you, when an individual abuses you, we all hold them accountable, but we let them get away with a lot. Anyway, I personally couldn't care. I don't care as much about the specifics of what he's doing with Twitter as much as I care about like the reaction to it. Is my biggest issue. Is why is everyone's reaction to it so hostile?
Yeah.
Criticism is warranted, but the hostility and the fear mongering is just bizarre to me. Anyway, let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. We also have a big join button. We have extra content videos just like this one.
That's cool, but I'm broke. I'm sorry, bro. Don't let this distract you from the fact that Cell came back stronger and Gohan, he was still uninjured, took him out. What does that have to do with anything? What? Bro, what? Okay then. Yeah, let me know how you feel. What they said. Yeah, good video by them though. Bye.